Standard 10th History Chapter 3 Applied History. Fill in the blanks. First question. The earliest museum in the world was discovered in the excavation at the city of Dash. Answer. In Mesopotamia. Second question. The National Archives of India is in Dash. Answer. New Delhi. B. Identify and write the wrong pair in the following set. First pair. Kudiyatam, Sanskrit Theatre, Kerala. Second one. Raman, dance form in West Bengal. Third pair. Ram Leela, traditional performance of the Ramayana in Uttar Pradesh. Fourth pair. Kalbelia, folk songs and dances of Rajasthan. Answer. Wrong pair. Raman, dance form in West Bengal. Corrected pair. Raman, religious festival and ritual theatre of the Garhwal Himalayas. C. Explain the following concepts. First question. Applied history. Answer. Applied history is also known as public history. Applied history is a field of study concerned with the application of history for the benefit of people in the contemporary and future time. Knowledge of history is useful as it can provide guidance in finding solutions to contemporary social issues and incorporate them in the social planning. Public history helps to overcome such misgivings and makes history meaningful in everyday life, connecting people to history. Second question. Archives. Answer. The place where the historical documents are preserving is known as archives. Archives preserve and store old documents, official records, old films, etc. The National Archives of India is in New Delhi and the Film Archives Center is in Pune. Every state in India maintains its archives independently. Third one, complete the following concept chart. Cultural heritage. Two types of cultural heritage are the tangible and intangible. Tangible cultural heritages examples are ancient sites, sculptures, buildings, etc. Intangible cultural heritages examples are oral traditions and their languages, traditional knowledge, third one, styles of performing arts, etc. Explain the following statement with reason. First question. It is essential to study the history of technology. Answer. The history of technology helps in understanding the changes and their causes in the field of agricultural production, commodity production, architecture, engineering, etc. Scientific discoveries and technological advancement are mutually dependent on each other. Knowledge of science and technology was very important at every step from the making of stone tools to agricultural production in the evolution of mankind. It is necessary to know the history of technology in order to understand the development of mechanization and the mutual dependence between science and technology. Second question. The list of World Heritage Sites is announced by UNESCO. Answer. It is essential for the benefit of future generations to preserve our heritage. UNESCO, the global organization, has announced as some directives with the objective of promoting the cultural and natural heritage. On the basis of those directives, lists of sites and traditions are declared as World Heritage. The list of UNESCO's World Natural Heritage now includes Western Ghats, Ahmedabad Historical City, also included in World Cultural Heritage Site. Write elaborate answers. First one, how is the method of history useful in the research of science, arts, management studies? First one, science. The history of science helps in understanding the chronological order of scientific discoveries and inventions and theories. It can also help to understand the cause effect change that led to those discoveries and inventions. Scientific discoveries are often effect of human efforts to fulfill the needs and also curiosity. B. Arts. Arts is important to understand the development of various art forms with the help of their style of expression and their foundation in the form of intellectual, emotional, cultural traditions. With the help of cultural history, we can understand first one the key to the expression in any art form. Second one, emotional temperament of the artist. Third point, the developmental history of the perspective art form can be understood. C. Management studies. In order to understand by various factors involved in the chain of production, such as means of production, human resource, and process of production, as well as the chain of market and sales management, etc. It will help to study the similar functional system of the past. It is essential to understand the psychological character of people working at various levels in the chain of production and marketing for healthy management. How can we correlate his applied history with our present? Answer. Applied history is a field of study concerned with the application of history for the benefit of people in the contemporary and future times. The visible and invisible relics of the past exist in the present, nurture some kind of curiosity, attraction towards them. We wish to know more about their history because they represent the creative thoughts and tradition of our ancestors. It is our heritage. It helps in building our identity. The history of our heritage links us with our origin. Hence, it becomes necessary to preserve and conserve it for present and future times. Applied history can be described as understanding of our present with the help of history and finding the right direction for the benefit of our future. Third question, suggest at least the 10 solutions for preservation of the sources of history. Answer, creating first one, creating social awareness regarding the conservation, preservation of our cultural and natural heritage. Second one, using knowledge of history for conservation and preservation of our heritage. Third point, public training programs for understanding the importance of history. Fourth one, chemical preservation. Fifth one, structural conservation. Fifth one, establish museum and archives. Sixth one, the government should make laws favorable to preserve the sources of history. Seventh one, government should provide fund for preserve and conserve the sources of history. Eighth one, maintaining the sources of history requires very careful handling and management. It needs people with specific skills and knowledge. That one, conservation and preservation of these rich historical heritage can be done effectively only by trained and qualified people. Fourth question, what objectives can be fulfilled through the Heritage Project? Answer, the operation necessary for the conservation, preservation and development of the heritage site can be handled without causing any change in its original state. The local social structure and psychology of the local people, challenges faced by them in the present situation and their expectations can be surveyed in detail. Third one, due precautions can be taken to avoid hurting sentiments of the local people. Fourth one, participation of the local people in the project can be facilitated. Fifth one, systematic plan can be designed to employ the local skills in a creative way and create better opportunities of livelihood. Thank you. Watch and subscribe.